I was treated like a child. Tom is anemic. We talked about sports. Tom is clumsy. Tom wants to tell us something. What matters most now is Tom's health. Is there anybody here who doesn't want to go swimming? Tom usually sits there. A scream pierced the silence. Everything is confusing. You shouldn't be afraid of me. You should be afraid of Tom. Maybe you should try exercising. How many hours would it take to do that? Tom hugged each of us. That isn't the way we want to do that. Tom sits here. Tom mocked me. This isn't where I usually sit. Tom hates this. I wonder how long this concert will last. Don't kill Tom. I wonder how long this concert is going to last. Excessive politeness is annoying. Why do you always side with Tom? Tom still isn't able to make himself understood in French. Tom still can't make himself understood in French. I'm tired of always eating the same thing. The only thing Tom ever eats for breakfast is oatmeal. I'm not Canadian, but my father is. I couldn't have done otherwise. Tom was the one who did that, not me. Where did you put your shoes? Tom didn't agree with the decision. Tom speaks with a Canadian accent. Why was the game called off? I stepped aside so Tom could get by. I stepped aside so Tom could pass. Tom saw what he thought was a ghost and fainted. I think that Tom is a good teacher. I think Tom is a good teacher. If Tom comes, give him this paper. If Tom comes, give this paper to him. The military police came after Tom. Is it true that Boston is a very expensive city? Is it true Boston is a very expensive city? The frame still needs to be sanded. I have pictures of Boston. Would you like to see some pictures that I took in Boston? Would you like to see some pictures I took in Boston? Tom's rude behavior made me angry. Tom's rude behavior makes me angry. That invention deserves attention. Tom zipped his jacket up. You may invite anybody you like. You can invite anyone you like. You can invite anybody you like. You can't kick me around anymore. You'll be allowed to go out soon. You should have warned Tom sooner. You'll be able to speak French. You may try again. It's okay to try again. You're entitled to try once again. The friend of my enemy is my enemy. You should have refused Tom's offer. You're expected to come by 5 o'clock. You're watching TV all the time. You're always watching TV. Was Tom lying? Tom always wakes me up. You may invite anyone you want to. You may invite anybody you want to. You can invite anyone you want to. You can invite anybody you want to. You have to learn standard French. Tom climbed up the stairs. I don't think that we should make an exception. I don't think we should make an exception. I think that it's time for us to change the subject. I think it's time for us to change the subject. Someone left a stroller in front of the store. Somebody left a stroller in front of the store. Today, too, I woke up with a headache. We're familiar with that author's name. I woke up with a headache again this morning. Where did you go after school yesterday? Tom didn't want what Mary gave him, so he gave it to John. Tom explained it to me, but I'm still not sure I understand it. Where did you go yesterday after school? When you have difficulties, I'll help you. Tom would never say something that stupid. Did you turn off the light in the living room? Is it really necessary for us to do this now? This door wouldn't open, no matter what I did. Tom's mother asked him to shuck the corn. Tom likes corn whiskey. I bought 3 cans of corn. The house is small, but it's large enough for us. I wasn't aware someone was watching me. I wasn't aware that somebody was watching me.